I spent the last 30 days doing something insane. I read every single interview, every biography, every leaked email from the 50 richest people alive. Elon, Bezos, Buffett, Zuckerberg, all of them. I slept 4 hours a night for a month straight just studying how these people think. And what I found made me physically sick. Because everything you've been taught about money is not just wrong, it's designed to keep you poor. And I'm going to prove it in the next 10 minutes. Okay, let's start with the biggest lie you've ever been told. Work hard and you'll be successful. Your parents said it, your teachers said it, every motivational poster in every classroom you've ever sat in said it. It's a lie. And I don't mean it's kind of wrong. I mean it is strategically, intentionally, deliberately wrong. And I can prove it. There are 8 billion people on this planet. Some of the hardest working people alive right now are construction workers in Dubai working 14-hour shifts in 50-degree heat for $800 a month. Are they not working hard enough? Is that the problem? A single mom working 2 jobs, sleeping 5 hours a night to keep her kids fed. Is she not grinding hard enough? Meanwhile, a 22-year-old kid copies a trading algorithm from GitHub, runs it on his laptop for 6 months, and makes $4 million. He worked maybe 3 hours a day. The difference is not effort. It was never effort. The difference is what you're working on. And nobody teaches you that. Not in school, not at home, nowhere. Okay, so here's what billionaires actually know that you don't. And this is where it gets dark. Lesson number 1, money is not real. I know that sounds crazy, but stay with me. In 1971, the US dollar was disconnected from gold. Before that, every dollar was backed by a physical piece of gold sitting in a vault. After 1971, it was backed by nothing. Literally nothing. Just a promise from the government that this piece of paper has value. And since then, the government has printed over 80% of all US dollars that have ever existed. 80% in just 50 years. What does that mean for you? It means every single dollar you save is losing value every single day. You put $10,000 in a savings account right now. In 10 years, that $10,000 buys you what $6,000 buys today. You didn't spend it, you didn't lose it, it just evaporated while you were being responsible and saving like they told you to. Every billionaire knows this. That's why none of them hold cash. Zero. Elon Musk at one point had a negative bank balance because every dollar he had was deployed into assets. Tesla stock, SpaceX equity, real estate, Bitcoin. Because assets go up when money gets printed. Cash goes down. The rich buy assets. The poor save cash. And every single year, the gap gets wider. Not because of talent, not because of work ethic, because of what they choose to hold. And nobody explains this to you because if everyone figured it out, the entire system would collapse. I'm serious. The economy literally needs you to keep saving cash and spending on things that lose value. You are the battery in the machine. Lesson number 2, you are being paid to stay poor. Think about your job for a second. You show up. You trade 8 hours of your life for a fixed number. Let's say $5,000 a month. Sounds fair, right? No. It's the worst deal in human history. And here's why. Your boss hired you because you generate more value than you cost. That's the entire point of a job. If you make the company $15,000 a month in value and they pay you $5,000, that's a $10,000 profit they make off your existence every single month. You are a money printing machine for someone else. And the crazier part is they convinced you to be grateful for it. Now, I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. That's stupid advice. But every billionaire I studied understood one thing. You will never get rich renting out your time. Never. Because time has a ceiling. You only have 24 hours. Even if you get paid $1,000 an hour, there's a cap. The only way to break the cap is to disconnect your income from your time. Products, equity, systems that run without you. That's the game. Everything else is a hamster wheel with better lighting. Lesson number 3, and this one changed everything for me. Risk is not what you think it is. Normal people think risk means losing money, so they avoid it. They pick the safe job, the safe savings account, the safe life, and they think they're being smart. But here's what billionaires know. The biggest risk is not losing money. The biggest risk is wasting time on something that was never going to work. Let me explain. If you invest $10,000 and lose it all, you lost $10,000. That sucks, but you can make it back. Money is recoverable. If you spend 10 years in a career, you hate saving $500 a month hoping to retire at 65, and then inflation eats your savings, and you realize at 55 that you're starting over. You lost 10 years. That is gone forever. You cannot earn back time. Every single billionaire took what normal people call insane risks. Bezos quit a Wall Street job paying him millions to sell books out of his garage. Everyone around him said he was crazy. His parents gave him $250,000 and his dad said there was a 70% chance he'd lose it all. Bezos did it anyway, because he ran what he calls the regret minimization framework. He asked himself one question: when I'm 80 years old, will I regret not trying this? The answer was yes, so he did it. The people who called him crazy are still working at that Wall Street firm. He's worth $200 billion. Same starting point. Different relationship with risk. Lesson number 4, networks beat knowledge every single time. You know what's wild? I found this pattern in literally every single billionaire story. Not most, every single one. At some critical moment in their journey, someone introduced them to someone who changed everything. A co-founder, an investor, a mentor, a customer. One connection that was worth more than 10 years of grinding alone. Zuckerberg met Sean Parker at a random dinner. Parker connected him to Peter Thiel. Thiel wrote the first check that turned Facebook from a dorm project into a company. Without that one dinner, Facebook probably dies in 2005. Now here's why this makes me sick. Because the system teaches you to compete alone, study alone, work alone, figure it out yourself, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. And the people at the top, they're calling each other, having dinner together, introducing each other to deals. Sharing information you will never see because you're not in the room. It's not a conspiracy, it's just how it works. Proximity to power creates power, and isolation creates more isolation. So what do you do about this if you don't know any billionaires? You don't need billionaires. You need to find people 2 steps ahead of you, not 200 steps, just 2. Someone making $10,000 a month when you make 3. Someone who's been through what you're going through right now and came out the other side. One real conversation with that person is worth more than 500 hours of YouTube videos, including this one. I'm serious. Lesson number 5, the final one. And this is the one that actually broke my brain. Billionaires don't think about money. I know that sounds like a contradiction. These are the richest people alive, and I'm telling you, they don't think about money. But it's true. I read through hundreds of interviews and not once. Not a single time did any of them say they were motivated by money. Not Buffett, not Musk, not Cuban, not Oprah, not Sarah Blakely, none of them. They were all obsessed with a problem. Musk wanted humans on Mars. Bezos wanted everything delivered to your door. Buffett wanted to understand the math behind business decisions. The money was a side effect, a scoreboard, not the goal. And here's why that matters for you. If you're doing something purely for money, your brain treats it like a chore, and you will always be outworked by someone who does it because they can't stop thinking about it. The person who's obsessed will stay up until 3 a.m. because they want to.
Looking at this for
You'll go to
days,
bed at
weeks,
10
months.
because you're tired and it's just a job. You cannot discipline your way past someone's obsession. It's not possible. So the real question after everything I just told you, after studying 50 billionaires for 30 days straight, after losing sleep, after having my entire worldview rearranged, the real question is not how do I get rich? The real question is, what problem am I so obsessed with that the money becomes irrelevant? Because if you find that one thing and you combine it with the 4 lessons I just gave you, understanding that cash is a melting ice cube, disconnecting your income from your time, redefining risk as wasted years, not lost dollars, and surrounding yourself with people who are 2 steps ahead, you won't just get rich, you'll build something that matters. And that's what none of these finance gurus will tell you, because it doesn't fit in a thumbnail, it doesn't sell a course, And it's not easy to hear, but it's the truth. Now here's what I want you to do. Don't just watch this and scroll. I want you to open your notes app right now and write down one thing. What is the problem I can't stop thinking about? Just one sentence. Because 6 months from now, that sentence might be worth more than anything in your savings account. If this changed how you think about money, drop a subscribe, because I'm going deep on each of these 5 lessons in the next 5 videos. And the next one is going to make you question everything you know about investing. I'll see you there.